All right, ballers, Coach Coop here. This is hands down my favorite play. This is a baseline out of bounds play, a blob play I call 76. I've been running this one, came up with this one years ago. I put this one up online here a few years ago, but without defense. I figured I'd redo this one again with defense to show a few more actions and how actually things really do work in game. This is a beauty. I'm a firm believer that every baseline out of bounds play should be a scoring opportunity. Without a doubt. I'm not looking for save entries. I'm looking to attack every single time. So that's what we do in this one. There's 5 options out of this, 5 call action options out of this play here. So I'll just run through those right here for you guys now. Now, critical thing here, of course, is our inbounder number 1 up there. We want to make sure always say before we get out of bounds to receive the ball from the referee, player, make sure that your teammates are all aligned where they need to be for any sort of set that you are to run. Once you step out of bounds, referee's going to give you the ball and time starts. So let's make sure you wait. Even if ref sees, hey, get out of bounds, no, you wait until, and then you get out of bounds, they give you the ball. All right, so now we're looking at this setup here. We've got our powers down here in a low post and a high post here on the elbow, and then right across and down the other elbow, we have our action players, which is 2 and 3 in this instance, and then foul line extended out here. Our primary option here, number 1 option, when we call 76, it's number 2 players running through an elevator screen here to receive the ball. Okay. In order to do that, to release them, 3 is going to be sending a sort of hedging on the backside of 2 here. So we want these 2 to be working together to seal off number 2 in this area so that our player, number 2, can get through those gates. We don't care about the switch because no one's going to get through these gates once 5 comes up. 4 stays where they are, 5 comes up, and we get that action going. So here we go. This is our number 1 option here. We call 76. 3 is going to put a little screen on 2 there. 2 is flying through the gates. 5 is coming up to seal those that elevator screen. And as you can see, 3 is we're sealing off that number 2 defender really well. This is critical because our second option, you'll see what's happening here. So 2 goes through in this instance. Little bounce pass right into the pocket. Nice open shot. That can be a 15-footer, can even be right on this line here sometimes, or out in the 3-point area, of course, as well. All right, so that's our first option. We call 76, that's it. 76-3, if we call that, this is where number 3 will be getting the ball. So they set that screen, that back screen on 2. They're sealing off well. 1's going to fake that pass. As 2's coming through, they're yelling and screaming for the ball. Ball, get the ball, give me the ball. All attention's now over on this side of the court. 3, as you can see, is wide open for that weak side. If they do their job and seal this 2-player off, that is open all the time. There we go. Pass right there. Nice little bounce pass. Go up with the ball, finish it. That's our number 2 option. That's 76-3. Our next option would be a 76-5. So that's putting into action our number 5 player here in this low post spot. Sometimes what will happen here is if we've got a dominant matchup here, it could just be as simple as a little dump in here into there. But oftentimes what we'll find is once teams start to see this and they see number 2 flying through these gates, 5 will actually come out, hedge out, and help there. So in that instance, number 1 player there inbounding, you just got to be paying attention. Not necessarily a call for this in this scenario here, but sometimes, as I say, if there's an advantage, we would call the 5 to get that ball. That's our number 3 option. Number 4th option coming out of here is, again, that screen's been set by number 3 here, except on this time, we're going to give the ball invariably to the inbounder. Some of you may know that as they call a 76 All-American, meaning the inbounder's getting the ball. They are the action player in this. That's too long for me. I like just call 76-8. 1, because up in Canada. 2, because that's the way it goes, eh? So, now number 1 will be getting the ball here. So away we go. 3 is going to come down, set a screen on number a pin down on number 1 there, so that 2 can be released. Easy entry here. 2 swings it to 4, swings it to 1 as they curling around here. 3 would go set that and then come back out. So here we go. Set that, 1 comes out, 3 gets out of the way, swing to 1, and they can either take a shot if they got it or drive if they have that lane open. All right. So that's our 76A. And then our last one is we're reversing the script here a little bit. So it's a ghost screen that 3 is going to set on that number 2 defender. We call this a 67. So instead of 76, that action there, 3 is now going to be the action player. They send that ghost screen on 2, and then they bounce off and go through that that elevator screen, get the ball there for the pass, and shoot the ball. This is a great play. Love it. I highly recommend any of you coaches out there and or ballers that are watching, tell your coaches about this. It's fantastic. Get the ball in all the time. I actually even use it. We use it up here on a sideline, a slot play as well, depending on where the ball is. Let's say we're inbounding it here. The whole formation just moves up so that they're in line up here, and then for example in a short clock we can get a 3-point shot easily out of here. Just dump that ball in, because everybody's worrying about, defense is worrying about the key here, they're not so much worrying about what's happening on the outside here. So we can either run that, you can run an elevator screen out there to get a 3-point shot, or even just pop right up in the top here for that shot there as well. So good play option. This is also set up for another play that I like to call, it's called the claw. And in that one, it's another sideline out of bounds play where you'd have to take a look at it. It's in my video files, my playlist, but it's a really good one too. Again, that's for a higher inbounding play on the sideline too. All right, use it. It's a great play.